Hey everybody, long time no see, or at least it feels that way to me. It's been a minute since I filmed a video. My husband and I recently just got back from vacation. We went fishing at the beach for a week. Now that we're home, I am full on my detox diet protocol now. So usually I have coffee when I'm filming, but sadly my caffeine intake has been limited. So back to good old water. But being the end of June, that means that it's time for a budget review. So with that said, we will hop into my budget. If you are new to me and my channel here, what I am doing is showing y'all my FIRE journey, my journey to financial independence to retire early. And I won't lie, y'all, June is not a good month. So let's take a look and see how things shaped up. All right, here we are. As always, we start at the top of my budget. I use Google Sheets for my budget, obviously, and I keep my income sources blacked out for privacy, but I do show totals at the bottom. This month, I had planned to bring in about $3,689.67, and I actually brought in almost $4,000. However, I did show one source of income for this month, as y'all can see. I had to drain what was left in my savings account with Betterment, so I put that in my income portion since I had to use it this month. I now, jumping a little bit ahead in the budget, but I now have nothing left in my savings. So where did all my money go this month? Let's take a look at the bills and spending section. This month I did not have a mortgage payment because I'm in the process of a refinance. I thought that I was going to close on that refinance a couple days ago, but it ended up getting pushed back to today when I'm filming this video. So, but I think I have all of the details, so I wanted to go ahead and get this video filmed anyway. First bill at the top is my power bill. I budgeted $160, came in at about $135, so a little under there. Water bill, again, just slightly under. Budgeted $60, came in at $59.47. Internet was right on target at $110.68. Gas was under again this month. Part of that is probably due to the fact that we were on vacation for a week, so I wasn't driving. I budgeted $100 and came in at $73.89. Next is some groceries for me for this detox diet that I'm doing. Spent $146.88 there. That is not our total grocery budget. In fact, my husband buys the vast majority of the groceries for us. This is just extra things that I wanted for me for this detox diet. Next, my car insurance. I pay every 6 months with Geico. That was $300.70. That is with a 15% discount that they were offering everyone during this time of staying at home. Next after that was boarding for Rollo while we were on vacation. I had budgeted to spend about $500 for his boarding while we were gone, and he was also going to get all of his annual things that he needed updated done, a new physical, all his vaccines, and I wanted to also buy another year's worth of heartworm and flea and tick prevention for him. So I budgeted $500 for that, and I kind of thought in my head that that was lowballing it a little bit, and indeed it was. Total there ended up being $564.50, which is still an amazing deal considering everything that he had done. He was boarded for a week, had all his annual stuff done. I bought a full 12 months of heartworm, flea, and tick control for him, and he had a bath before we picked him up. All of that for $564.50 I think is a great deal. I know veterinary care gets really expensive depending where you are in the country. Thankfully here it doesn't cost very much. Next, upscale aquatics. I told y'all in my June budget setup about the fiasco with the heater I had with my new tank, and I wanted to replace some of the fish that died, so that's the $140 there. Next, Amazon for $17.37. I don't even remember what that was at this point. Next is a donation to the NAACP Legal Defense and Education Fund. I donated $50 there because Black Lives Matter. Okay, Karen. Next line item, CVS was just a prescription refill for me. I also got some snacks while I was there to have before I started this detox. So I spent $22.73 at CVS. Next, Live Aquaria. Y'all, this tank, it'll be the death of me, I guess. I really should not have impulse bought a new tank, but it is what it is now. I have to deal with it. So when we got back from vacation, I will insert some footage here of the tank as it currently is. As you can see, there is some brown algae stuff in the tank. That is called hair algae. And when we got back from the beach, my tank was absolutely overrun with it. The footage that I'm putting in now is actually vastly improved from what it was. So when we got back and I saw what a state the tank was in, I knew I needed to get some more algae-eating fish in my tank to help clean it up. I prefer to have the tank sort of naturally balance itself as opposed to getting algicides and pouring it into the tank anyway. So I made another order from Live Aquaria. This is a different place where I order fish sometimes, so I don't have to drive all the way to Upscale Aquatics and go pick up fish in person. So I spent $131.21 for some more cleaner type fish and a few other fish that I wanted for the tank. And it is improving. We still have a ways to go, but the tank's looking a little bit better now. Next, shoe show. I needed some different shoes to wear on the pier while we were down fishing at the beach. I love the new shoes I bought, and they were cheap, only $25.67. Next, Walgreens. Y'all, I have discovered something about myself that I did not even realize was a thing for some people. I've noticed every time we went to the beach, when I would come back home, I would have almost, it reminded me exactly, honestly, of like little poison ivy type rash that I would get on my arms and sometimes on my hands every time we went to the beach. So I started doing some Googling and was trying to figure out what was causing this, because I know I'm not getting into poison ivy while I'm out on the pier fishing over the ocean. So did some Googling and found out that I am actually allergic to the chemical component of sunscreen that makes sunscreen work. So what I need to do from now on is use a mineral-based sunscreen versus a chemical-based sunscreen. And when we got back from the beach, I went to Walgreens to get some mineral-based sunscreen, and of course it's way more expensive than the regular sunscreen. So I spent $32.85 there at Walgreens. Next time we go down to the beach, I'm going to use this new type of sunscreen, and we'll see if this blistery rash happens the next time I go to the beach. If not, then my suspicions were correct, and that's $33 well spent. Lastly, closing costs for the house. Like I say, they are supposed to come today to close on the mortgage refinance, and latest I've heard is that it's going to be $896.12. We'll see what the final is whenever they show up, but initially they told me that my cost out of pocket would be somewhere around $1,200, so if it's less than that, then I'll be happy. Anyway, I've budgeted for the $896.12 there, so in total for the month I had budgeted to spend about $1,300, and I've actually spent about $2,700. I'm always over budget in some way, shape, or form, because really when I set up my budgets every month, I just put my bare bones minimum expenses that I know are coming in the budget. And it's pretty rare that I actually spend more than what I bring in for the month, but yeah, y'all just keep that in mind, because we're gonna keep going down this budget here. Next, the debt portion of my budget. I have my student loans. I made my usual payment there, $477.82. I made my usual car payment, $386. And this new payment that I have to the holistic doctor that I am seeing, I made my $470 payment there. As long as I make that payment every month, then I will pay the holistic doctor off before interest accrues on the program that I chose to do. And let's just look real quick and see what the total is there that I owe. So I made my payment to the holistic doctor and my balance is currently at $51.59.78. That is how much I owe to the holistic doctor. And again, as long as I make my $470 payment every month, that will be paid off with no interest accrued. Back to the current month. So in total for debt payments, I spent $1,333.82. Last section of the budget is my investing and fire tracking section. It's my favorite section, but I ain't gonna lie, it's looking a little bare this month. So I budgeted to spend $125 towards my regular M1 taxable account. I put $25 into that account every Monday. So 5 Mondays in June means that I put $125 into that account this month. In retrospect here, I maybe should have stopped that, but I just really didn't want to do that. I like having that automatic, at least something every week towards investing. So I left it alone. That account currently stands at a little over $1,000 now, which is nice. Next, my Roth IRA. I have maxed it out for 2019. For 2020 so far, I've put $1,000 in there, but I did not put anything additional into my Roth for June. Next is my Betterment savings account, and yeah, rather than contributing to that account, I drained it. So from last month to this month, I'm down $309.53. That's all I had left in there, and I had to put it into this budget to use it. Next, a small credit union savings account that I have earns me a penny of interest every month. That account just sits at $37.91. I keep this account open to maintain a relationship with that credit union. Lastly, my 403B retirement account at work. I have left my contributions up at 15%. That's another thing that I am trying not to touch, to bring it back down just to the level to get the match. That's where I had it before. I have upped it to 15% from 7%, and I'm trying my best to leave it there. So with it at the 15%, I thought that I would put in about $850 this month. That's usually what it is, but with me taking a week of vacation, it was a little bit less this month. I actually put in $803.06, and the company match, because I was on vacation for a week, was a little bit less as well. I thought it was going to be about $230. It ended up being $214.15. So in total, I had budgeted to save or invest about $1,200 this month, and I actually put in $1,142.22, a little bit less than what I had planned for. But overall, I'm getting very close to a milestone here as far as all of my savings and investing accounts, and truth be told, y'all, I update this column as the month progresses. I just check it every night. I go into work and update all of these totals here to see what the markets have been doing. There was a brief period this month where I crossed the 70,000 threshold, which was awesome, and I was super excited about that. And then the very next day, the markets kind of started going back down again. Plus, I have had to drain some money out of here. So yeah, we dipped back under the 70,000 threshold, but I'm getting closer and closer to that first 100,000 saved or invested, which is really exciting for me. They say that the first 100,000 is the hardest, and that once you reach that milestone, you really start to see compound interest taking effect. Cannot wait to get there myself, so I can attest to that. And my favorite section of the budget here, this little box down here, my savings rate for the month, still overall, even though I feel like I didn't do much, it was pretty good. Now, it came out to be almost 24% savings rate. However, it is inflated just a little bit artificially because it is counting my Betterment transfer that I did as income, which it is technically, and I had to put it as income to make the budget balance, but this is a withdrawal from one of these savings accounts. So my savings rate is actually a little bit less than 23.5% this month. And am I financially independent yet? I am 5.73% of the way to my 1.2 million goal of declaring myself financially independent. So the very bottom of the budget here, As y'all can see, I budgeted to spend about $2,800 this month, and I actually spent a little over $4,169 and 1 penny, which actually means that I am in the red this month. Whoops. I'm in the red this month by about $200. So yeah, this is one of those months that did not balance for me, which, like I say, happens rarely, but it does happen on occasion. So how I'm handling this is that I put all of my monthly spending on credit cards for the rewards, right? And even though it's the end of the month of June, I am going to have to carry over a little bit of a credit card balance into July. However, I will not be paying interest on that carryover balance. I'll have it paid off before the interest kicks in on that credit card. So I am going to have to carry over a balance. We'll see what the final is. Like I say, I'm waiting on the actual closing for today, so the closing cost for the home refinance may change. Also, because of my $25 every Monday into my M1 taxable account, I know that I'm going to have to save back $100 to cover the $25 every week for July. So I'll carry over a little bit of a balance on my credit card. I'm expecting it to be around $350, but that will be paid off before interest accrues on the card. So next we will take a look at my debt-free color charts that I have. We'll see if we can color in any lines on the remaining debts that I have. I'm only making minimum payments on my debts right now, but still it's fun to keep track of that overall debt balance going down each and every month, and I like it when I can color in a line, so we'll check in on those. All right, here we are looking at my debt-free color charts. I am down to 2 debts. Technically I have 3 because of the holistic doctor, but I'm not gonna make a chart for that balance. I will hopefully have that paid off ASAP. So my main 2 big debts that I have left are my student loans and my car loan. We will start with the student loans, and you'll have to forgive me, I am looking between my charts and my computer here to figure out where my debt is sitting at and how much I paid. Anyhow, the student loans, when I started the month of June, the balance sat at $22,324.51. I made my payment of $477.82, and because the interest rate is so low on that loan, it is now at 2.06%, and I don't think it's going to go up anytime soon. The vast majority of that payment went to the principal, which is nice. So, current balance now is $21,882.71. Let's see if I can color in any lines there. $21,882. Oh yeah, we can get a line there. My car loan, when I started the month, was at $17,339.52. I made my usual $386 payment there, and if y'all saw the budget review last month, you know that I was about $8 short from coloring in the next line on the car loan. So I know for a fact that we can get one line on my car loan color chart. However, I am filming this video on Wednesday. I get paid and that payment comes out tomorrow. So I won't know the exact balance that is remaining on this car loan until that payment finalizes. I'll update my budget come July whenever we take a look at the July budget plan. And y'all can see there what the exact balance dropped to, but I'm going to go ahead and color in the next line on this car loan chart because I know we're going to be able to get at least one line. All right. Like I mentioned, I also have this holistic doctor balance that I have to pay off. There is no interest on this balance right now, so when I made my $470 payment, that dropped the balance down to $51.59.78, and right here is where I will update my car loan balance whenever I do my July budget planning video. I also have this debt chain that I keep around my bedroom mirror, and every link in this chain represents $500 worth of debt that I have. And because I added on that holistic doctor debt, I know for a fact that my debt has actually gone up, so I cannot get any of the links on the chain this month. But you know, as soon as I get that holistic doctor paid off, then we'll start taking a look at this chain again and seeing how many links I get to rip off every month. All right, that should wrap it up for this budget review video. It's been a little bit of a rough month for me. Hopefully July will be better, and I will have a video coming out soon on how the July budget is shaping up, considering I've had to float a credit card balance and another larger expense that I thought was going to come out in June. Actually, I thought I was going to get charged for my home appraisal in June, which was $475. I have not been charged for that yet, so I had to put that onto July's budget as well. So I know that there's going to be some bigger expenses on July's budget, but hopefully I can at least come out in the green for next month. All right, y'all, if you've made it to the end, thanks for watching this video. I will catch y'all in the next one.